Hey guys, Antronus Prime here. This time doing a Transformers Classic Ramjet review. Now Ramjet is one of the main three cone heads within the G1 universe. This is an evolutionary figure that brings the figure forward into a more modern look. Now Ramjet is a retooling of classic Starscream, Thundercracker and Skywarp, where he has more advancements in his conehead appearance and indeed his wings that feature on his leg struts rather than behind, although he does have these nice little half wings, semi wings popping down behind his back that do not compromise his arm movement. Ramjet does have a sort of unique feature, which is his missile remold. It's more like a baseball bat or dildo rocket, as you like to call it. Shoot yourself. Colours are the classic sort of G1 inspired white and grey. Generic hips that sort of feature on a lot of the Seekers throughout the range. The only thing that really lifts this guy in robot mode are the gold sort of intake air vents and bits on his chest and legs, but they're not really effective as the grey is just over consuming. Most of the paint apps are featured within his jet mode. His red paint apps are on his wings and his little gold triangle, and they are quite pleasing and lift the figure, but only within jet mode. Detail also resides on this side. He has a thermal plate, which is later will become known as the reveal the shield. Hey, like that's not original. Ramjet is a really lovely looking bot, but unfortunately it is this one I'll point out, the grey. Now Hasbro are using this grey in a lot of their toys recently, and it's really boring, lifeless. It's just really not pleasing to look at, and it doesn't do the figure any justice. Even though this is the original colour scheme of Ramjet, it really doesn't do anything for the figure. It makes him more, you don't want to touch this guy. He's just a shelf filler. The white wise is a different texture to sort of the Mirage and Jetfire that would follow from this figure, where it has a more rubbery compound and is more prone, I feel, on find, more prone to discoloration. There's a slight tint within this figure, and if you manhandle this guy too much, he will pick up the dirt a heck of a lot more. So Ramjet in jet mode, and he is very sexy looking indeed. Like I said before, his paintwork is more potent and his detail is absolutely phenomenal. All the intercrossing plates, it's lovely. You have this really stumpy front rather than the short spiky bit like Starscream, and it makes for a very pleasing look. I mean, just look at it, it's absolutely sexy. You've got this really sneaky wing thing going on that makes him look more menacing, and this guy is based around an F-15 Eagle, but it's a concept due to the wing designs and the other external boosters. It's lovely. This is the key features of Ramjet, and I keep him in his jet mode more because he just looks more, you know, threatening towards Autobots, anything, and a really nice retool indeed. His underneath kibble is again very generic for the Seekers, only his head pops up this time. Toasty! But it's not really a big thing because you just have this gorgeous detail on top, and it makes for a really pleasing figure. Right, transformations. So his transformation is pretty slick, and again very cliche of all the Seekers, apart from the wings which fold. We don't have any wings sort of behind arm play. We have these little sort of spiky bits that fold in behind, which are very nice, and most of it resides within his legs, but gives extra sort of ground into the figure for more posability. Now his articulation, he has 90-degree angles in his arm and his legs. He has this pendulum thing going on, but it doesn't go, you know, it doesn't really stump his articulation. Full 360 in his knee joints. No elbow 360 joint, but it's not really a problem. Head can rotate full 360 as well as his arms, and this time he can get them around with interference from his wings. Overall, this figure is a really nice addition to the collection, and I recommend to pick him up as soon as possible, as just the rates for this guy are going through the roof. You're literally going to pay double or even 3 times as much as his original price. I'm not really a big fan of the figure, only through because this really boring grey, and it really just puts me off him, and I just find him really a shelf filler rather than anything. I keep him in his jet mode more because he looks gorgeous within his jet mode, but in all he is an essential part of your collection. So that is Transformers Classic Ramjet. This is the Hasbro edition. Pick him up ASAP and check out his photos straight after this.